Everybody, yeah. Just follow me. Right, 1 minute. With the certificate. Set to hand it down the lines. That's all. You feel like left.
I can read it. It says, Shihan Christopher and Geary, Rokodang, 6 Dan, red, white belt. The whole.
You read all?
Huh?
What does it say?
It says, let it be known to all that Christopher and Geary Shihan has met the necessary requirements of the Karzenpo Goshin Jutsu, Shaolin, and Hawaiian Kempo method, with honor, respect, discipline, and therefore is promoted to the rank of Rokodan 6 Dan, red and white belt, 13th day of March in the year of 2000. By Sijo Victor Gascon, Professor Michael Israel Sigon, Bradford Inamahon.
Just. Har det varit det går lite nästan.
Yeah, we can.
We only go, it's a one line thing is something we're gonna try and do, but my quality, my understanding of everything, I'm obsolete in other stuff for years. He's active, I'm not active. Okay, come on. Oh, wait a minute, you go with this. Okay, no. Okay, that one. Space.
See back white, just because we're going to do some, just a little bit more. Everybody pretty much more than me.
No, jump in there.
You just do it.
You want to go in the middle and in the back, anywhere.
Okay, from here, a little bit over shoulder. What we're doing is from here, we're just going to go straight out, nice and easy.
Four-way punch.
Two,
Everybody do it.
elbows to the rear.
A guy holding in the back. A guy didn't move him. Elbow smash.
Okay, so we'll do it by the number 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a four-way punch through. Okay, in 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I'm going to count 1, you do all 4. 1. All finish at the same time. 2. Where are you looking? Oh, that's a good place to go. And 3. Okay, focus your punches. You don't want to just straight here. You don't get them all over. Same place every time. 4. And don't forget to breathe. 5. 4. 6.
That's what I mean.
7.
Okay.
8.
Visualize did the guy in front of you back.
Okay. Okay, good. Shake it out a little bit. Okay, so everybody knows 8-point? Yes. We will run over it anyway, starting with your right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. And you got counters? Single counter, okay. Throw the counter in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And one more time. Focus. If you're blocking from punch to the face, make sure you're blocking. Don't. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, hands on the hips. Now what we're going to do is block, but then I want you to counter with your opposite hand. So instead of coming out here and hit here, when you come here, hit here. Okay? 1. Go ahead and return. You want to block and hit. Okay, 2. And start with 1. 1. 2. Yeah, so it's out, just go ahead and twist it. Okay, and you start with 1 again. And 1. Okay, now, your number 2 block, just do it. Do that, then we'll count it. 2. Then count it. There you go, okay. Slow it down a little bit. 3, then the counter. Good. Nothing but complicated simplicity. All right, let's start from 1 again. Just so you're starting to get it though, right? Okay, 1. 2. 3. 4. Just go ahead and stick with your blocks. 5. 6. 7. 8. Yeah, see, that's the confusing part. When we start going side to side, everybody's used to it. And then you start going. All right, one more time. We'll go real slow. I'll just do the block and then I'll tell you the count. Okay, 1. Count. 2. Count. 3. Count. 4. Count. 5. Count. 6. Count. 7. Count.
Here, this one?
One more time, and we'll pick up the pace. This time, I'm not going to tell you count it, just go ahead and do your... Okay? If you go, get behind, it's okay, just stick with it, don't... Go.
Number 3.
And 1. 2. 3. 4.
Variations, that's fine.
5.
No, no, you're going to and then
6.
that's
7.
8.
So everybody's got it totally memorized? Yes, sir. No, it's okay. I respect you to learn it overnight. You know, you've been doing it for a while, some longer than others. You throw something different, the brain's going, I'm not used to this. So I like to break things up like that, so it's always different. But if somebody throws a punch, like in the monkey dances or the katas, and you're used to doing your blocking with your counters, and like if he's going to punch me in here, I can block on that.
I know it's all.
I can block up and do my counter crossed.
Sijo.
Oh, thank you very much. Especially thank you for inviting me, Mike, and Maui to Nebraska, Omaha.
This is the first time you've been to Omaha?
Yes, sir. It's the first time, and it looks good. I'm very happy, and like I said, thank you again.
Let's start out at the beginning of Kempo. Who was the first person to bring Kempo to the United States?
Well, they claim, and I think if the records come straight, it's James Mitoshi. He used to be in, well, he was born in Hawaii, and when he was about 5 or 6 years old, the parents sent him to Japan to learn the family art, the martial art, what he's supposed to be specializing in. And in 1938, 39, I guess, they sent him back to Hawaii. And when he went to Hawaii, when he came back to Hawaii, he figured out that he was going to open up his art. Eventually, he opened up in the after World War II. I think a lot of guys say before that, but I really don't know.
How long did he teach?
Just about a year and a
About a
half, yeah. And then he closed because he was supposed to more so as a priest or something like that. But before that, when during the Second World War, if history comes out right, he used to be one American, what do you call it? He's Japanese, but he...
American citizen?
No, he was always American because he was born in Hawaii,
Yeah.
but he was one, one informer for America, like since he was Japanese. One, I forgot that name.
Intelligence? or
Yeah,
something?
intelligent. He was always intelligent if the records prove right.
Where did he start teaching? Where was he teaching at?
He teached in at first he was in the Big Island. Then he moved to Honolulu, and then he was teaching in Nuano at the YMCA, YWCA, and then had certain other places like the Hong Wai-ji Japanese Recreation Center. He was here for a couple of times, I guess. I was young that I guess was only thinking about 12 years old maybe, but before I was 12 in 1958, right after the war, my brother and my brother-in-law came from Kwajalein. They used to be in the army, and when they came out and they said, we're going to take, they wanted to take judo in 1945, I guess, when they came back home. So they brought me with them, and I took on the Carmen Cody and Robert Mangin. He got me, both of them used to be judo teachers, and both of them used to be the wrestling referee in Honolulu.
So what year was it when James Matosi was teaching Kempo?
Right after the war.
Right after the war?
Yeah.
World War II. Who was, there's been some stories, something happened with James Matosi. He went to prison.
Yeah,
What do you think about that?
Well, he's supposed to be a prison ninja. When he was in Hawaii, and then I guess in the 50, I forget what year, he moved to Los Angeles. I think it was Los Angeles or in California, someplace. And then he eventually moved up someplace in California, and he was living with Japanese family who had a business like a store or merchant store or something. And then eventually he used to be individual, like he was building up the mementos for the Japanese what you call it, the guys who was in the army. He wanted to make a shrine. So he was going to all the Japanese businessmen in California and acting for the envelopes. And eventually he lived with his family. And eventually he was acting there for more money and more money. And then he didn't get what he wants, I guess. So they killed him. He had Negro guy who was his chauffeur, butler, or valet, or whatever. They are the individual that killed him.
There's talk about who James Matosi actually passed the system down.
Yeah.
Who do you think has actually been passed down that information that he's brought from Japan to Hawaii?
There was his son, his name is Thomas Mitoshi, but Thomas Mitoshi was brought up with a Filipino family in Kauai. He didn't know who his father was. He didn't know even his name was Mitoshi. He was the Filipino name. I forgot already, it was a long time ago. Only that when he moved to San Francisco, he took martial arts from Joe Abunda. And from there, Joe told him who his parents was and who his father was. And he said, your father's in prison. Folsom, I think he was. That's where he died. So he met him. I guess he met him. The history say he met him and everything.
There's some people in the United States that say a gentleman by the name of Hanchi Bruce Jutnik is the legitimate successor he claims to be. What do you think about that?
Well, I actually don't want to get into that because it's personal. Like there's a lot of martial arts now. They claim that they from certain individual been ranked from them, and they are the head of that system because the individual who they took from, they are deceased or whatever, like the individual talk about, I don't know him personally. Like when I seen Al Tracy at Gathering of the Eagles, he told me he used to be with students.